What's My Line, episode 0076-0073, recording date 20 August 68, take one. What happened,
And now let's all play What's My Line? And now let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, one of TV's best-known swingers, Soupy Sales.
Thank you, and it gives me a great pleasure to introduce you to not only a very charming and beautiful lady who is not only a fine actress, she's also a best-selling author, interior decorator, and in nighttime drives cabs. Because last night she said she drove Cornell wild. Here she is, Joanna Barnes.
If I tell you that the gentleman on my left is a graduate of the University of Cincinnati and was a captain in the U.S. Army, you're never going to put those two facts together with the fact that he's one of the funniest comedians we know, Mr. Nipsey Russell.
One of the ladies most loved and admired in the entire realm of entertainment is Miss Arlene Francis.
And now a gentleman who parachuted into Vietnam and happily landed here and is doing a little free flying on the panel of What's My Line, our moderator, Wally Bruner.
And I'd rather drop in here anytime. Welcome to What's My Line. Well, panel, you were skunked on that one.
Yes, sir.
Ha ha.
Ha, 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 ha. Let's see if you can't do better with our next challenger, all right? Would you enter and sign in, please? Richard Kaskel. Mr. Kaskel, where are you from?
I'm from New York City.
From New York City, all right. You know how to play the game. Panel, I'll tell you that Mr. Kaskel deals in a service for which you must go to him. And now let's show the audience exactly what his line is. And I'll tell you further that Mr. Kaskel is self-employed and deals in a service, and let's begin with Nipsey.
Is this service which you perform, does it rather require you to touch other people or be in contact with other people?
No.
No. That's one down. We go to Arlene.
Is there anything instructive about your service, Mr. Kaskel?
No.
No. That's two down. We go to Soupy.
You don't touch them and they go to you for your service. Is it a service that if I go to you, when I leave you, I feel spiritually better?
He could.
You could, but not too likely.
It's possible, but not too likely. Go ahead.
Then it's not.
You don't touch the person, so you obviously must, do you lecture would you lecture to me?
No.
About
No.
this?
That's three down. We go to Joanna.
May I assume then that it is more a mental service which you perform than a physical one?
No.
No. And that's four down. We go to Nipsey.
And he doesn't touch him?
It is not a mental service. You do not touch the person, which means that, and it's not instructive. So it must be something they observe. Do you perform in some manner for people?
No, we do not.
Not in that sense. I don't believe Nipsey, so that's 5 down. We Arlene.
Is there any, the place that you work indoors, would a great many people come at one time, perhaps?
Frequently.
Is there any, anything entertaining or relaxing about what you do?
It could be, but it isn't intended to be that way.
In the broadest sense, it might be, but I think that's correct. It is not intended to be that way.
Is it, does one need some kind of physical dexterity?
No.
Would that be helpful?
6 down, we'll go back to soup.
The service that you perform, if I come to see you, do you handle any other products while you're dealing in this service?
Well, other things may well be involved when he
Yes.
performs this particular service.
I mean,
yes.
things would you could pick up and put down while I was watching you.
Yes.
1 minute, panel.
Well, then, would it anything that you have to do? Does it have any alcohol content involved?
No.
No, that's 7 down. Joanna.
Would you in any way be involved in the turnover of these articles, in disposing of them in some fashion?
Could be.
It could be, but not with the original
Well,
intent.
don't help them too much, but yes, that could be involved in this.
In the turnover or disposal?
Yeah. Joanna?
Well, I was thinking of an auctioneer, but I guess I'm wrong.
Thinking of what?
An auctioneer, but I'm wrong. That's not a question. And do you hold these articles up in front of people and then do something about it? Is that what happens here? You say...
In a broad sense, but not a...
You know, that might well be involved in
holds up a
performing the
bra.
service. 30 seconds.
Do both men and women come to this thing that you do?
Yes.
Do you wear anything different from what you now have on, street clothes, when you do
No.
this thing?
No, that's 8 down. We go to Nipsey.
Is there some sort of competitive sport-like contest involved in this?
No.
No, that's 9 down. Arlene.
Now, is there any magic or prestidigitation
No.
connected with it?
No, and that's 10 down.
He's a
Panel,
bingo artist.
you've been stumped. Any wild guesses?
I thought he was an auctioneer.
I thought it was a ticket seller at a racetrack.
Mr. Kaskel is a pawnbroker. And I might add, panel, quite a famous pawnbroker, too. You
Thank
own
you.
Kaskel's Pawn Shop on 57th Street here in New York City.
That's right.
And your clientele is a bit above the regular pawn shop clientele that we think
No,
of.
I was just, you have a very nice gold bracelet in the window. I just stopped by on the way over to the studio. I was looking at it.
Too bad you didn't look at the name in the window.
I did. I know the name.
And,
I've been in your store many times.
They specialize in making very, very high loans. For example,
You mean
you've loaned
when very rich
40,
people are doing
$50,000.
bad, they go to
Yes,
him?
we have. We're known as the pawnbrokers for the rich.
the pawnbrokers
Yeah.
for the rich, where the socialites take their minks and ermine and diamonds and necklaces and rings and get a little ready cash. At 95% of the items are redeemed. Is that right?
Minimum of 95%.
95% redemption.
Are redeemed?
Are
Yes.
redeemed.
I see.
Mr. Kaskel, you stumped the panel, you won the game, and thank you so much for being
Thank
with us.
you.
And what's my line? We'll be back to meet our mystery guest when What's My Line continues. Goes then, and you join us again tomorrow also on the all-new What's My Line. What's My Line is a Mark Woodson, Bill Coplin production. This is Johnny Olson speaking.